Hi friends, I'm Jesse from Shrink RC. Let's do a deep dive on this RC four-wheel drive Mojave two-door. So what's interesting about this truck, there's a few things that are really unique about this truck in my collection. One of the things that is unique about this truck is it's a ready to run. Usually I buy kits for a lot of the builds that I do, but in this case, this started out as a Midnight Edition TF2, and I took the wheels and tires and put them on something else. In fact, I think they're on that Ford. And the body, since it's the Midnight Edition, the body's black, but I didn't repaint it. What I did was I got some Tamiya pearl clear, and I sprayed a bunch of pearl clear over it. And then the stripes I painted as well. I used some Tamiya tape to mask out for the stripes. And this truck, another thing that's unique about it is it's a replica of an actual truck that I owned. When I was 16, I had a truck just like this for a very brief time before I rolled it end over end several times and completely totaled it, and my heart was broken forever afterwards. But this truck is as near of a replica of that truck as I can remember. So let me give you a breakdown of everything about this truck that makes it a little bit different from the Midnight Edition. Like I said, it's been painted with the pearl clear. Other than that, that's the black that was under the body. The body's molded in black. Put the pearl clear on it, and there you go. This is Chachi inside of there. Say hi to Chachi. He was the doll I found that looked most like the idiot that I looked like when I was 16. So I put him in there. I'm a little bit taller than Chachi, I think, but other than that, I think it's a pretty good fit. The interior is painted with it's like Rust-Oleum tan interior. It's not my favorite. It came out a little bit glossy to me, but I figure that represents some glossy vinyl, right? But my truck actually had loose seats from, I don't know what, from some Chevy truck or something, and they were sitting in it loose, completely loose, not bolted down. But I did not go through the effort to recreate it to that precise of detail. But if you look at it, it looks just like the truck that I had. This toolbox was made by my friend Nolan in Arizona, and he is Verde Scale on Instagram. And it actually opens, and it's designed to put a battery inside there if you need to. In this truck, there's no reason to use it for that purpose, but I liked it in there because I was doing construction work when I had this truck, and I didn't have a toolbox like that in it, but I really would have liked to have had a toolbox like that in it. So I've got that in there, and I'll tape that down if I go to run this truck. But to be honest, this truck is a little bit of a shelf queen because of the history behind it, and I might run it a little bit, but I took it out on the trail one time, and it was fun, and it's got a couple little light scratches here and there, but I have enough trucks that I don't need to ruin all of them, and this one is kind of special to me. So you can hear my boy Phil out there barking right now, because this is live. So I switched over to the round headlights. You can get these from RC four-wheel drive. It's the round headlight conversion. Painted them black, other than the round part behind the headlight that I left chrome. This is the little grill piece that I made on my own to simulate I printed that, and it simulates the billet grill that was on my truck. This front bumper is the front bumper that comes on and is available for the extra cabs. There's a double tube bumper that they have for those. And the bumpers, though, when you put them on this body, they're way too big. They stick out. So I cut them down. I cut down the fronts and the backs. So that's what the back looks like cut down. And this is just mounted up in the stock way. And I say that because the front bumper is not. The front bumper is meant to go a little different than their usual bumpers. So I made my own little adapter piece in there for that extra cab bumper. And I think you'll be able to see it at that angle. The wheels are 1.9 ENKs. Those are made by Gearhead. I use their wheels on a couple of my trucks. I like 1.9s because on this truck because you know the scale of these is about 9.5. I'd say they're not really 1/10. They're about 1 to 9.5. So to me, a 15-inch diameter wheel is. I'm sorry, a 1.5-inch diameter wheel is that would be shy of 15 inches, and that's not how big the wheels were on my truck. They were 16, so these would be, I don't know, something like 18, right? So, but I don't care about the math that much, but the 1.5s to me look just a hair small. So I went with 1.9s on here. And 4.19 tires. I went and measured these because I was looking at them and I thought they don't look quite 4.19. They measured out to 4 1/8, 4.125. They're the BF Goodrich TAs from RC4 Drive. And so you can look up whatever those are advertised as, but they're 4.125, and maybe that's what they're advertised as, but they're not 4.19 precisely, but that may be what they're advertised as. I've got the flip kit in the front. Normally the TF2s come with a shackle in the front, and that's kind of odd because of course they didn't have a shackle on the front leaves. They had it in the rear. As you can see, there's not a lot of scratches on here because this isn't one of my trucks that I abuse. I'm known for beating up my trucks sometimes, and I'm trying to change my ways because I have some trucks that really didn't last me as long as they should have, considering the amount of effort that I put into them. And what I mean by that is spending a lot of time on paint and finish and getting everything just right, and then go out, take it on a couple of trips and beat it so hard that it just gets demolished. And trying not to do that with all of my trucks anymore because it makes it to where I don't have any running trucks. Taking this off, I don't even remember if there's anything exciting under here to show you. Oh, there's our mounts, our body mounts. Yes, super exciting things are under here to show you. Our body mounts are under here. And I can just kind of show you what the layout is like inside when you use our body mounts. Not a lot to see. Battery still goes here on the stock tray. Here's our body mount in place, and you can see these replace those flimsy tubular pieces that are all wobbly and stuff, and this is a nice solid piece when it's on there. And let me simulate the truck being mounted on there. See that? So it fills in the whole bottom nice, and not the whole bottom, but it gives you a nice little solid flat area under there. We have these for all the different RC4 drive trucks. You see the bed mount here too. Another nice thing about our mounts versus the stock ones is on the stock ones there's a post, like on a Lexan RC car where the post goes through there and you put clips on it. But as you saw already, when we install this guy in here, these go up in here like this. These little screws, and it's a really clean, and you screw that down, and it's a nice clean look in there. I don't want to bore you with watching me screw it all down again. Chachi's in there. I usually have to talk about some of the modifications that were required to do the mashup, because we do mashup mounts on so many things, but this isn't a mashup. That's the truck that comes on this chassis. And it does not have much modification to it, as you can see, other than the things I pointed out to you. You know, the bumpers that weren't meant for it, and the little adapter for the bumper, and what I did to the grill. The wheels and tires, of course. Oh, you know, on the wheels and tires, because they're the machined wheels and tires, the inner rim is pretty thick. And I bought some axial thin hex nuts to use in there. And that brought the wheels in just a little bit and gave me a little bit more purchase for my hex nuts there. And that's it. This truck was not a super deep dive because it's a pretty stock truck. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Thank you. Peace.